What's up, everybody? Jay Miller here, bringing you another productivity tip. Now, this past Friday, I had the pleasure of getting to watch the Mike Vardy weekly finish. And a shout out to Mike Vardy for letting me use some of his audio and video for this video as well. And if you aren't subscribed to Productivityist, then I don't know, slap yourself, because you should be. Mike Vardy's productivity guru, mastermind. He created the Now Your method, and productivityist is one of the inspirations that productivity and tech came out of. So it's really cool. He's also on our podcast recently. I'll put all of that stuff in the show notes down below. But in his video, this is like his second week of doing these weekly finishes where he does a live Facebook chat with anyone that wants to watch. And in the video, he was like halfway through it when all of a sudden,
few weeks, and but I picked up this one because essay, and I'll get to what that essay is in a minute, and actually I'll tell you where you can find it as well. Perfect. Just getting some updates here. I'm not seeing any chat. If you want to chat, that's great. There's a few of you on here, so that's fantastic. So I went to see.
it started crackling, and there was like this crackle, and I started noticing like there weren't that many people watching at the time, because I mean it's Facebook, and you probably shouldn't be on Facebook in the middle of the day, but I was trying to be more productive, so oh well. But anyway, it started crackling, and I noticed like a couple of people leaving, and I left a comment and said, hey, you know, it's crackling a little bit. He kept going because he's a professional like that, but what I noticed was the people that left, the people that stopped watching, really missed out. You know, the clipping wasn't that bad. There were a couple of parts, you know, if he said something a little too loud, it would peak, but it wasn't bad at all. And the best part about it was the entire second half of that video was absolutely phenomenal. And there will be a link to that video as well. But in this video, he talked about so many great things, and I took some sketch notes. Those are up on Instagram if you want to go see those. And I was really fortunate to be able to sit and just watch, one, a professional at his craft, watching someone go through, you know, problems and just keep going like there was nothing wrong, doing the right stuff there. But then two, to get that valuable information and be able to interact with him at that time. So my productivity tip for you is simple. Fight through the static. Plenty of times there are going to be things that you don't necessarily want to deal with, but they're going to be happening. And it happens. It's life. That's just the way things are sometimes. But if you really think that it's worth it, if you really think that you're going to get value from it, don't make excuses. Don't try to run away. Just fight through the static. Now, obviously, if it would have gotten to the point where I couldn't understand what Mike was saying, I probably would have jumped out and then sent him a message saying, hey, you know, great video. However, the audio got to the point where you couldn't understand it. And while, yes, I did have to turn my volume down a little bit to keep it from like blowing out my eardrum, I was still able to grasp the concept very clearly and very well, because for that few minutes of time, I was truly just focusing on what Mike was saying. And you see, that's what static can do in your life. You might be working on something crazy and there's gonna be some static, there's gonna be some pushback, there's gonna be something that is preventing it from going smoothly. You see, when things go smoothly, we get a little complacent, but when something crazy happens in the middle of it, it becomes harder and harder to just cruise and stay focused. So you see, by allowing the static to happen, what that does is that makes you pay twice as much attention to what's going on. And then when you do that, you actually have the ability to go ahead and really dial into what's being said. I probably wouldn't have taken notes had the information been crystal clear. I probably would have actually have just kept working on something else and listened to it in the background. But because of a little disruption, a little bit of static, he had my full attention. I was locked in and ready to get more productive. So that's my tip. If you're dealing with something right now and there's a little bit of static in the way, just fight through it. In fact, use that static to focus even harder so that you can accomplish what you're trying to set out to do. So you can be more whatever you want to be. If If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I want to see thumbs up, and I want to see a bunch of comments. Let me know what is something in your life that you've had to deal with static in, and how did you overcome it? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you are not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We do videos like this all the time. But that's gonna be it for today. I'm Jay Miller, and I will talk to you later. Peace.